Hello, this is Dennis Marcelli. I'm the director of the IUP Criminal Justice Training Center and IUP Police Academy. Welcome to the IUP Act 120 application process tutorial. This is a step-by-step tutorial to help you through the Act 120 application process to enroll you in the IUP Police Academy. Just a little bit of background on our academy. We have 3 academy locations. 2 are full-time, one at IUP and the other at California University of Pennsylvania. Both of those academies have biannual start dates. At IUP, we'll start the academies in January and June of each year, and at CalU, we'll start those academies at February and in July of each year. The third location is at Robert Morris University at Moon Township, Pennsylvania. We have a part-time academy there only, and that academy begins in August of every year. All 3 academies we accept partial waiver cadets, which are military police veterans and former law enforcement officials. If you would like to apply to our academy, you can go to the website that's listed on this slide, www.iup.edu/crimjustice. That is our webpage. It's part of the full Indiana University of Pennsylvania website, and you can request an application from that webpage. There is a $30 application fee. IUP Police Academy is sanctioned through the Municipal Police Officers Education and Training Commission. For short, it's called MOPEC. They set the regulations and all the admission procedures for the municipal police academies in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I suggest that after you receive the application for the IUP Police Academy, view this tutorial at that point, and it can walk you through the steps for the application process. It's very important that every single step of the process is done thoroughly and accurately so that it will not delay your enrollment in the IUP Police Academy. Again, you can go to our website to request an application. You can receive that application either through the mail or through email. Again, there is a $30 application fee. You would make a check payable to IUP. Okay, on this slide, you will see that this is called a cover checklist letter. You'll receive this letter with your application packet from IUP. Use this as your guide to track each step as you progress through the process. After completing all the steps of the application process, such as physical exam, Pennsylvania criminal and driving record, and FBI backgrounds, getting your high school diploma, your transcripts, your reference letters, and any other items that are required. Check off each item as you receive them. These are check boxes right here, fields that you could check off to keep track of the documents you are collecting. And enclose this checklist with your packet back to IUP. You will mail it to the following address: IUP Police Academy, S.W. Jack Building, Suite 300, 57 South 9th Street, Indiana, Pennsylvania, 15701. And I will give that address again later in this tutorial, and it will be listed in the application packet you receive. Please note that the FBI background may take several weeks to receive the results. You may send in your application packet without the FBI results due to this delayed return time. But please include proof that you did submit your request for your FBI background check. A printed receipt of your payment toward requesting this criminal background will suffice as proof. Also, please make a complete copy of your application packet in case your mailing is lost during transit to our center. This is page 1 of the Do's and Don'ts reference sheet. It's a good resource to take with you when you go for your physical exam. Before you leave the physician's office, review this sheet to ensure your physical exam form was completed correctly by the doctor. This is a common problem with applications. Any errors will cause you to return a second time to the doctor's office to have the physician rectify any mistakes. Checking the exam form against this Do's and Don'ts sheet will save you a second trip back to the doctor's office. This is the second page of the Do's and Don'ts sheet. Take note of the PA background information, which is carried over from page 1. The PA background document that we will need will state official report on it. Some applicants confuse the invoice as the background check document they need to send to us. The invoice, even though it may state that you have no record, will not be accepted as the official record. Only the document that states official record. It is important to know that you must click on the control number that is embedded in your invoice when you submit your PA background check online to receive your official report. There's control number, official report. We highly recommend that you send for your Pennsylvania background through the online process. The web address is listed on the form in this packet. For your FBI background, see the Identigo web address listed here. Identigo is the vendor through which you can request your FBI background check. This is your FBI Academy application sheet. This form is used exclusively to enroll you into the IUP system. All cadets, regardless if you're attending the IUP, CalU, or RMU location, have to complete this form. Please note in the center of the application, it asks if you ever applied or attended another police academy right here. Answering this question truthfully is mandatory. False responses will be cause for rejection of your application. If you are a military veteran, indicate this and include your DD-2 14. You have to include that DD-2 14 with your application. Also, indicate which academy location you wish to attend, whether you're a veteran or not. You would do that in this area right here, full-time or part-time. Also, if you are requesting to be enrolled as a partial waiver cadet, you would indicate that here. Again, a partial waiver is someone who was a military police officer or federal law enforcement officer. If you are in one of these two categories, you will need to call MOPEC and obtain further information before sending in your application packet. MOPEC's phone number is 717-346-4086. If you're requesting to attend the RMU classes, they will meet on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings from 6 to 10 p.m. and from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. This is page 1 of the physical exam form. It is crucial that this form is done thoroughly and accurately. In the top personal information section, each block has to be completed. In overall fitness section, the doctor must answer each of the 4 questions. It's right here. The next section is the drug screen section. The doctor must have the applicant submit to a minimum of a 5-panel drug screen test. That's this section here. The results are to be attached to this exam form before submitting your application. Remember, make copies of your entire application packet, including this form, in case it is lost during the postal process. Of course, make those copies after all the forms have been filled out and completed. Next, the doctor must test your hearing. Passing this portion means normal hearing has to be checked for each ear. That is right here. Then the vision test takes place. The doctor first tests your vision without the use of glasses or contacts, or it's also listed as uncorrected. That's the uncorrected vision test without glasses or contacts. Any result indicating a reading higher than 20/20 uncorrected vision then requires that the doctor test your vision using correction, or the correction test, which is listed here. And the results have to be indicated here. A reading must be entered for each eye. If you fail the eye exam, you may still be enrolled in the academy. Therefore, in that case, have the doctor complete the rest of the examination. Your vision issue may be correctable. If you are a candidate for corrective eye surgery, you will need to have an eye doctor confirm this. If you want to explore the corrective eye surgery option, tell your physician, and he or she should indicate on the second page whether they should not indicate on the second page whether you're physically capable or physically unfit, since the question still remains undetermined. The doctor should write in the remarks section that you are going to an ophthalmologist to determine if you are a candidate for corrective eye surgery. Please call our office for more information if this occurs. The number is 724-357-6943. So just to restate that, if you fail the eye exam, you may still be able to be enrolled in the academy. You'd have to go to an ophthalmologist, and the ophthalmologist would have to give you documented proof that you are a candidate for corrective eye surgery. And some people refer to that as LASIK surgery. In that case, the doctor would not complete the second page section where it would indicate whether you're physically capable or physically unfit. I'll show you that second page in the next slide. To finish up with this first page, next the doctor has to check for normal depth perception and color perception. You must have normal hearing. Normal vision is in regard to depth and color perception, along with visual capability within MOPEC standards to enroll in the Act 120 program. So therefore, you have to have normal color, normal depth perception, and normal hearing. All that has to be indicated on the form. If you are deceptive in any of these areas, it will be cause for immediate rejection of your application or dismissal from the program if you are enrolled on false pretenses. The standards are clearly written on this physical exam form. It is the physician's and the applicant's responsibility to read these standards and adhere to them. You can read them here and here and here. Those three sections have all the standards. This is the second page of the MOPEC physical exam form. The physician must thoroughly complete this page also, which includes any remarks the physician feels are important. Checking off whether the applicant is physically capable or physically unfit also. Again, if you fail the vision test and you believe that you're a candidate for LASIK, the doctor would not indicate either one of these check boxes. You would go to an eye doctor or ophthalmologist, and he can confirm whether you are a candidate for LASIK surgery. If you are a candidate for LASIK surgery, the doctor would then check physically capable, and you would call our office to get more information about how to proceed in that event. Unfit, of course, means that the applicant cannot enroll in the Act 120 program. So if your doctor checks off that box, you cannot enroll in our program. Make sure the doctor signs and enters the date in the indicated areas. Signs here, enters the date. Then the physician must complete the next section. Print name, license number, telephone, address, all the information here in this section. Then the last block can be completed by the applicant. Enter IUP Police Academy, our address, which is S.W. Jack Building, Suite 300, 57 South 9th Street, Indiana, Pennsylvania, 15701. Our fax number is 724-357-3989. Email is not required. Then the applicant must sign and date in these two areas here. The preliminary physical exam form or supplemental. The doctor must complete this form also. The fitness tests that are listed here: bench press, 1-minute sit-up test, cardiorespiratory stress, 300 meter and 1.5 mile run, and the calisthenics are not to be performed for the doctor. The doctor is only to indicate on this form if he or she has determined that the applicant is physically capable of performing all these fitness tests. If you pass the physical exam and meet the other minimum qualifications to apply for the Act 120 program, the staff at the Academy will schedule a fitness test with you and have you perform these tests at IUP at a later date. The personal reference sheets. There will be 3 of these forms in your packet. Please have 3 individuals complete these references. They cannot be relatives of the applicant. Choose references who are familiar with your work record. If you have no work record, then you may choose a teacher or other responsible adult who knew you through your school years. The background check sheet. This is an informational sheet, and this will help you through the background checks. There are 3 total background checks: 2 that deal with your criminal background, and 1 for your driving history. The two criminal history checks would be through the Pennsylvania State Police and the other through the FBI. The driving record check is completed through PennDOT. IUP strongly recommends all three of these checks be completed through the online versions of these background requests. On this sheet, we'll find all three addresses for these three background checks. See, one is here. That is for your Pennsylvania criminal background check. And then the second one is here. This would help you with your FBI criminal background check. And then the last one is right here. This will help you with your Pennsylvania driving history check. Here is the PA criminal background check, as I indicated already. This is simply requesting via online, and there was no fingerprints needed for this background check. However, for the FBI check, you will need to submit your fingerprints. The best way to do this is by using this website listed here, arranging an appointment for your fingerprints to be taken through the vendor Identigo. It is important information for you to ensure your FBI check is processed without any errors. You may have the results of your FBI check sent to the Academy if you prefer. The Academy mailing address is listed on your website, on our website, and will be provided at the end of this tutorial. The FBI check may take several weeks for the results to come in. You may submit your application packet without this background check. Simply provide proof that you have made the request for your FBI criminal history with your application packet. Then the last check is for your FBI or your Pennsylvania driving record. This check is another simple one done via this online site. Please request a full history. It has to be a full history. Follow the information on this sheet. If you are an out-of-state applicant, you do not have a PA driver's license, we will need proof from your home state's motor vehicle department that you currently possess a valid driver's license. This is the PA State Police Criminal History mail-in request form. If you choose not to use the online method to obtain your PA criminal history, you would use this form to mail in your request. Again, IUP recommends that you use the online method. The site is listed here. Right there. The results of this check can be sent directly to you to include in your application packet. So if you're going to use a mail-in method, you would use this form. This slide is page 1 of the mail-in version of the FBI criminal history check. This page has all the instructions for the mail-in request. For the mail-in method, you would go to the FBI website, navigate to this page. You will find a fingerprint card to actually print out at home. You will print the card out and take it to a PA State Police location or your local police station to have your fingerprints taken and placed on the card you have printed out. Please see the next slide for the application form. This is the application form for the FBI criminal background mail-in version. Complete this form and mail it into the FBI along with a fingerprint card after the police officer has placed your prints on the card. Please have the results of your FBI check sent to the Academy. Again, IUP recommends using the Identigo process instead of the mail-in method. Many police agencies will not take your fingerprints any longer. Since the results of this background check may take several weeks, you may have the results sent directly to the Academy. Again, the Academy address will be listed at the end of this tutorial and is available on our website. This is the request for driver information. This is the PennDOT mail-in driver history request form. Please request a full history. Right there. It's already checked off for you on this form. And follow the instructions. As with the other two checks, this request is best done using the online process. The website is listed on the background check information sheet on slide number 10. You may have the results sent to the Academy or back to you. IUP recommends that you have the results sent to you so you can include it with the other documents of the application packet. This is the second page to the PennDOT mail-in process. Please follow these instructions if you wish to mail in your driving record request. You do not have to use the mail-in forms if you're going online for any of those background checks. This slide shows the information for those interested in applying for financial aid. This information sheet is specifically for those applying to the full-time academies. IUP is one of the unique police academies that does offer financial aid. This is page 1. This slide shows page 2 of the full-time academy financial aid information sheet. You see all the contact numbers down here. The next two slides have the 2 pages for the part-time academy financial aid information. This is page 1. So if you're applying to the part-time RMU Academy and you need financial aid, you would reference the next 2 slides here, or the next 2 sheets that you receive in the packet. Just note that the financial aid comes from IUP. You have to apply to IUP for that financial aid. You cannot apply to Robert Morris for that financial aid. That goes for anyone applying to California University also. You would use that full-time financial aid information sheet, and you have to apply to IUP for your financial aid if you're going to CalU. Of course, if you're applying to IUP, you'd also apply to IUP for that financial aid. This is page 2. You will notice at the bottom of both the full and part-time sheets are all the contact numbers you will need for financial aid. Also, if you are a military veteran and you want to use VA benefits, your phone number that you can use for help and resources is also on this form. This slide shows page 1 of the housing and dining information packet. When you receive your full Academy application packet, you will have several pages of this document. You are not required to stay on campus while you attend the Academy, on any of our academies. If you would like to use the university housing while you are in the Academy, you are welcome to do so. Be aware, if you apply for campus housing, you will also be required to purchase a meal plan also. Upon receipt of your application packet, you will have all of this information included. You will need to speak with financial aid or the Military Resource Center to see if those benefits will cover housing and dining expenses. If you're going to Robert Morris, of course, you're probably going to commute from home. If you're going to CalU, you would have to talk to the California University housing office to see if you can stay on campus there. After you send in your application packet to the Academy, you will be contacted by the Academy staff and scheduled for an entrance fitness test to be conducted here at IUP, regardless of which academy you're going to. You have to conduct your fitness test, your entrance fitness test, here at IUP. This form shows the standards you will have to meet to pass the fitness test before entrance into the Academy. Please see that the chart is broken down by gender and age. Gender here, male, female, and then age right across here. One area that may be confusing is the bench press test. This test is one repetition of a free weight bench press of a percentage of your body weight. If you wish to pre-test yourself before coming to the Academy for your entrance fitness test, which we strongly recommend, to determine the weight to bench, it is usually about 30 pounds less than your body weight. We strongly recommend that you have a spotter with you when you test yourself during all the testing areas, especially the bench press. To simulate the fitness test, you start with a 300 meter, then rest for 5 minutes, then move to the bench press, take another 5-minute break, then the sit-up test, another 5-minute break, then the 1.5-mile run test. To pass the fitness test, you must pass all of the testing areas to pass the test. Failure in one area is a failure of the test. You may, however, take the fitness test as many times as you like, as long as we are testing at IUP for that particular academy. This is the end of the tutorial. If you have any questions beyond the information on this tutorial, please call or email any of the personnel listed here. As you can see, also listed on this slide is our mailing address, our web address, and our fax number. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and the best of luck in starting your law enforcement career with IUP.